The Lakers crashed out of the playoffs first round in a humiliating fashion to a Devin Booker-inspired Phoenix Suns, it was clear to everyone that the Lakers were going to have a lot to do ahead of the 2021 offseason. Of course, injuries played a major role in their 4-2 defeat to the Suns and in their failure to successfully defend their NBA title. But it was just one of many problems the front office had to answer going into the offseason. The 2021 NBA season ended with the Milwaukee Bucks finishing as NBA champions, and by this time, the Lakers had only 7 players under contract. So they went into the offseason with 7 players under contract, a vacant starting and backup point guard spot, and a number 22 draft pick. The Lakers also had a weak bench and needed to bolster it with reinforcement at every position. And finally, the front office had to deal with taxpayer mid-level expectations worth $5.9 million. Despite all that, the Lakers have made some bold moves in the offseason and now have as many as 12 players under contract, including 5 potential future Hall of Famers. When the Lakers take the floor on the opening night of this upcoming season, the team will not only look different, they will feel different. They've made a series of stunning moves so far, with the most shocking one of all being their acquisition of Russell Westbrook. They have not only reconstructed their roster, but their identity with it. So let's quickly take a look at every move the Lakers have made so far in the 2021 offseason. The signing of Russell Westbrook by the Lakers is not only the biggest move that's been made so far in the NBA, but it's also the bravest one yet. The Lakers sent the whole world and social media into a frenzy when the move was announced last month. So much so that it stole the show on the day of the NBA draft, which is the biggest event in any NBA season. That's how bullish the move was. Most people initially thought the trade was just between the Washington Wizards and the Lakers, but it turned out to be a 5-team trade deal involving the Brooklyn Nets, San Antonio Spurs, the Indiana Pacers, the Washington Wizards, and the Lakers. The Lakers included Kyle Kuzma, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Montrezl Harrell, along with the number 22 pick from the draft in the deal to trade for Westbrook. The deal sent shockwaves through the entire NBA because it meant that the Lakers had now created their own big three of LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Westbrook. Still, there were a lot of questions about this deal, especially about how Westbrook was going to fit alongside LeBron James and Anthony Davis. When the Lakers won their 17th NBA title back in 2020, their defense was ultimately their home and security blanket. While their defense was majestic, their offense wasn't particularly as good. For example, LeBron James and AD aren't the best three-point shooters in the league, and adding Westbrook, who himself doesn't have a great shooting track record, is a little puzzling. Aside from that, Westbrook and James are both ball handlers and have been like that all their career. That wouldn't change anytime soon, and that raises concern about spacing on court, as well as a clash of egos between LeBron and Westbrook. The great thing about the Westbrook deal is that it made the Lakers become an attractive destination for ring-chasing veterans in free agency looking to win their first NBA championship. After the trade for Westbrook, the Lakers have gone on to sign the likes of Carmelo Anthony, Wayne Ellington, Kent Bazemore, and Kendrick Nunn, among others. Dwight Howard was a very key player for the Lakers in the 2020 NBA season, so it came as a surprise to a lot of people when the Lakers chose not to re-sign Howard at the end of the season, and they suffered for it. The Lakers missed the rim protection he provided to them, as well as the positive energy he spread in the locker room as a vocal leader. The Lakers fixed that mistake this offseason, and by acquiring Dwight Howard, they made it clear that they weren't going to re-sign Andre Drummond. This was a smart move because Drummond did not exactly fit well alongside AD and James. If everything goes well, Howard will become a key player again for the Lakers and help keep their defense at a top level. The only problem is that the Lakers might find it difficult to field James, Davis, and Westbrook at the same time as Howard. Fielding the 4 of them at the same time would weaken the spacing, which in turn would affect their offense. So Howard is most likely going to come in with the second unit, or even better, when the Lakers need a big body down the stretch to protect a lead. I think we've made it clear several times already that we don't see how the Lakers were going to improve offensively with AD, LeBron, and Westbrook together. And so maybe that's why they went all out to acquire one of the best shooters in the league, Wayne Ellington. Last season, Wayne shot 42.2% from the three-point line, which is very impressive. Depending on what the Lakers need or the game or opponent they're facing, Wayne Ellington can play as a starter or off the bench. The only flip side about having Wayne in the team is that Wayne is largely a one-dimensional player. There's little or no possibility that he'll help the Lakers defensively. The great thing is, with Wayne on the team, combined with the playmaking ability of Westbrook and LeBron James, he's surely going to be hitting that basket. In 2014, the Lakers decided to prioritize keeping Ryan Kelly over Bazemore, and they even declined to give Trevor the qualifying offer that would have made him a restricted free agent even after he impressed down the stretch following his acquisition in a midseason trade with the Warriors. Do you know why? Well, the team wanted to chase Carmelo Anthony in free agency, and we know how that went because Melo rejected the move. Bazemore later went on to develop into a player good enough for the Lakers to chase, and whether it was karma or just Kent getting his revenge, he rejected the purple and gold. I think it was revenge, but you can think whatever. But his story with the Lakers wasn't quite closed because minutes after the Lakers announced a deal for Carmelo Anthony, who they let Kent go for back in 2014, they also announced a reunion with Bazemore. The truth is that the Lakers needed a player of Bazemore's quality to help them maintain their dominance on the defensive end, which had weakened ever since KCP and Caruso left the team. Bazemore signed a minimum contract with the Lakers, but he's expected to play a prominent role for the Lakers next season. Fun fact, Bazemore had an offer to play alongside his close friend Stephen Curry, and was reportedly even offered more money, but he turned them down, instead taking a smaller Lakers offer because he wants to compete for a title and he saw the Lakers as having a better opportunity to do so. Trevor Ariza is another former Lakers that returned to Los Angeles this summer. For Trevor, coming back to Los Angeles is coming back to where he played basketball at Winchester High School, to where he developed with the UCLA Bruins before the NBA draft, and home to where he helped Kobe Bryant, Lamar Odom, Derek Fisher, Paul Gasol, and the rest of that Lakers team to win the franchise's 15th championship. Ariza is fondly remembered by the Lakers fans for those game-winning steals from the 2008 Western Conference Finals to knock off his now teammate Carmelo Anthony against the Denver Nuggets, and denying Melo's best chance to win a chip and winning Kobe's 4th chip for him. Thinking back on that, the Lakers now have multiple players who participated in the 2009 NBA playoffs, which is kinda crazy. From Anthony to LeBron James to Dwight Howard, having these players with that kind of experience should help impact them in the upcoming season. The Lakers signed Ariza for more obvious reasons, like the fact that they needed a solid 3-and-D player from their ranks after the departure of Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Ariza may be way past his prime and a time when he delivered game-winning steals, but he's still a very good player. For the Miami Heat last season, he averaged 9.4 points per game and shot a respectable 35% from beyond the arc on 4.8 attempts. After signing Dwight Howard, Malik Monk, Trevor Ariza, Carmelo Anthony, and Kent Bazemore, the Lakers decided to add Kendrick Nunn to their roster. The scoring guard has signed a 2-year deal worth $10.3 million and is capable of finding his own shot as a crafty lefty. Nunn will most likely play the role of a backup point guard who can play shooting guard in some lineups as well. Nunn apparently turned down more money from the Knicks to play with the Lakers and will play as the primary backup to Russell Westbrook. It'll be interesting to see him bring that hunger to the Lakers team. The signing of Carmelo Anthony was another move that made a lot of noise in the market, and while one of the reasons for the noise was because of what he could bring to this Lakers team, the most obvious reason is because the 37-year-old will be teaming up with his draft classmate and close friend, LeBron James, for the first time in the NBA. Anthony spent his last 2 seasons with the Trailblazers, and while he might be way past his prime, the man still shot 40.9% from the three-point line last season, which is insane considering we just said he was way past his prime. And for the record, that percentage was a career high. Given how poor the Lakers have been from the three-point line, the deal for Carmelo makes a lot of sense. The flip side is that Carmelo averaged 13.4 points per game, which tied his career low. The 37-year-old has earned more than $260 million in salary in his career and is a 10-time All-Star, 6-time All-NBA selection, and 3-time Olympic gold medalist that will bring that needed experience and strong mentality to the Lakers locker room. Despite featuring in the NBA for 18 years, Carmelo has only made the conference finals just once, and is yet to play in the NBA Finals. He will play as a spot-up shooter for the LA Lakers, and this will benefit the Lakers and LeBron James as there are only a few people in the league who knows how to find the basket like Carmelo. This is something that LeBron knows so well and will most likely utilize very well with his playmaking ability. Anthony can still create his own shot too, and having another player who is averaging 10+ points per game coming off the bench is always an advantage. This is definitely one of the best signings and decisions the Lakers and their GM Rob Pelinka made this offseason. In 65 games last season, Horton Tucker averaged 9 points, 2.8 assists, and 2.6 rebounds in 20.1 minutes per game. He made 4 starts for the team and was very useful as the team dealt with various injuries throughout last year. Horton Tucker will play for the Lakers for another 3 years and will earn $32 million over the course of that period. Horton Tucker has enormous potential as a defender thanks to his athleticism and his 7'1" wingspan. That's something the Lakers are obviously banking on. Another thing to consider is the fact that the Lakers gave up most of their future assets in the Anthony Davis trade, and they also parted ways with a young player like Kuzma in the Westbrook deal. So this is why it was very important for them to re-sign Horton Tucker this offseason. Horton Tucker has also shown that he has rare gifts as a ball handler, and few young players can get to the rim as easily as he does. The Lakers believe that he can grow into a valuable all-around scorer that sacrifices nothing on the defensive end. At 20 years old, the third-year guard is currently the youngest player on the roster and will likely feature in a prominent role next season. Comment below to let us know your thoughts, and be sure to subscribe for more. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss another one of our videos. We'll see you next time, latest Hoops fans. Until then, keep shooting your shot!